In the last lectures of discussion, we have already discussed about the methods of integration. So in these methods of integration, especially we have discussed about method of substitution. So in this process of methods of substitution, we have discussed about the algebraic substitution. So also we have developed some theoretical process of algebraic substitution. So along with that, we have also discussed about how to integrate different types of important trigonometric functions. So today, let us try to solve some related problems on integration by substitution, also on integration by trigonometric functions. So those problems you may face in the forthcoming examinations. So let us start with how to solve those problems. So let us see the question 1, that is integrate the following. That is, in the first we have to integrate sin x by sin of s plus s with respect to s. Then we have to integrate integration of e to the power s plus e to the power minus x by e to the power x minus e to the power minus s with respect to s. Then we have to integrate integration of tan s plus tan alpha by tan s minus tan alpha with respect to x. So let us start the first problem, that is how to integrate integration of sin x by sin of s plus alpha with respect to x. So consider the solution of the first question, that is integration of sin x by sin of x plus alpha with respect to x. So this is the trigonometric function which is in rational form. So let us see, this problem cannot be integrated directly because it is not in the formula form for integration. So let us try to transform this function into standard form so that we will be able to integrate this function. So let us start, that is here see, the integrand is in the rational form. It is in the form sin s by sin of s plus alpha. So to transform into standard form, let us substitute s plus alpha as v. So let us substitute or put x plus alpha is equal to v. So again we have v is equal to s plus alpha. So see, now v is a function of x, so we have to differentiate it. So differentiating v with respect to x, it will give us dv by dx, which is equal to 1 plus 0, because derivative of x with respect to s is equal to 1 and alpha is a constant. So derivative of alpha with respect to s is equal to 0. So we have dv by ds is equal to 1. So simplifying we have 1. So again simplifying we have dv is equal to dx. So now see, so we substitute s plus alpha as v. So ds is transferred into dv. Now in sin s we have to transfer x in the form of v. So also we have x plus alpha is equal to v. So changing x, so replacing x, that is x is equal to v minus alpha. So see, so we substitute x plus alpha as v. So differentiating we got ds in the term of dv. So again we have to transform x as v. So transferring x in v, so we have to again consider x plus alpha as v. So solving we have x is equal to v minus alpha. So now let us substitute in the integrand, that is in place of sin x we have sin of, in place of x we have sin of v minus alpha by, so in sin of s plus alpha we have to substitute v in place of s plus alpha. So we have sin of v in place of s plus alpha. So again dx we have got, that is dv. So we got integration of sin of v minus alpha by sin v with respect to v. Now see, the original integrand one was a function of x which was not integrable. So after substitution, we transfer into the integrand into sin of v minus alpha by sin v with respect to v. So now let us again simplify the given integrand, that is sin of v minus alpha is in the form of sin of a minus b, where sin of a minus b is equal to sin a into cos b minus cos into sin b. So breaking sin of v minus alpha, we have sin a, that is sin v into cos alpha minus cos v into sin alpha by sin v with respect to v. So simplifying, that is breaking sin of v minus alpha, we got sin v into cos alpha minus cos v into sin alpha by sin v with respect to v. So now we have two factors, that is sin v into cos alpha minus cos v into sin alpha. So simplifying we have integration of sin v into cos alpha by sin v in minus cos v into sin alpha by sin v. So we have integration of, with respect to integration of sin v into cos alpha by sin v minus cos v into sin alpha by sin v with respect to v. So again simplifying, it will give us will give us, that is integration of, so sin v is cancelled, so we have integration of cos alpha with respect to v, integration of cos alpha with respect to v minus integration of cos v by sin v into sin alpha with respect to v. So now see, here we have integration with respect to v, here we have integration with respect to v. It means the variable of integration is v. So here the other factors will be remain as constant, that is cos alpha will be a constant. Similarly sin alpha will be a constant. So before integration we have to taking the constant factor, that is cos alpha and sin alpha out of the integral. So we have cos alpha into integration with respect to v minus here sin alpha, which is a constant, taking sin alpha out of the integral, we have sin alpha into integration of cos v by sin v with respect to v. So now simplifying, we are able to integrate those functions. So again we have, now see, this is cos alpha into integration with respect to v minus sin alpha into integration of, in place of cos v we can write, that is, so you see derivative of sin v is cos v. So in place of cos v we have derivative of sin v, that is sin v dash by sin v with respect to v, that is, now the integrand is in the form of g dash s by gx, that is in numerator we have derivative of sin v, that is cos v. So now both the integrands are easily integrable. So integrating we have cos alpha into, so integration of dv with respect to v, it will give us integration with respect to v will give us v plus c1, where c is the constant of integration. Again we have sin alpha minus sin alpha into, so now integration of sin v dash by sin v with respect to v will give us ln of sin v mod plus c2, where c to the constant of integration. So in this process we completed the integration. So now let us simplify the obtained result, that is v into cos alpha plus cos alpha into c1 minus sin alpha into ln of sin v mod minus sin alpha into c2. So again simplifying for and collecting the constants and collecting the functions we have. So now let us put, so in place of v we have x plus alpha, so x plus alpha into cos alpha plus, so cos s plus alpha into cos alpha minus sin alpha into ln of, so in place of v substituting cos x plus alpha we have ln of sin of s plus alpha mod plus cos alpha into c1 minus sin alpha into c2. So collecting those constants we got like this. Now again now simplifying we have x into cos alpha plus alpha into cos alpha minus sin alpha into ln of sin of s plus alpha mod plus cos alpha into c1 minus sin alpha into c2, sin alpha into c2. So again collecting the constants, that is, and the again collecting the constant and the variables, we have x into cos alpha minus sin alpha into ln of sin of x plus alpha mod plus cos alpha into c1 minus sin alpha into c2 plus alpha into cos alpha, which is the constant. So now we have collected all the functions of x along with all the constants. So again simplifying we have at last the final result, that is we have x into cos alpha minus sin alpha into ln of mod of sin of x plus alpha plus k. So k is the constant of integration in place of the constant, that is cos alpha into c1 minus sin alpha into c2 plus alpha into cos alpha, that is we have taken only one constant k, where k is the final constant of integration. So in this process we completed the integration of the given problem, that is integration of sin s by sin of s plus alpha with respect to x. Now let us try to solve the second problem of integration, that is we have integration of e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by e to the power x minus e to the power minus s with respect to x. So here the integrand contains rational, that the integrand contains the form of a rational function, wherein the both the rational function contains exponential functions. So in the both we have the exponential function e to the power x and e to the power minus x. So it is in the rational form where the integrand is not integrable. So we have to try to integrate this function after transform into formula form or standard form. So let us see how we can transform the original integrand into standard form. So let us see the derivative of e to the power x. Now let us check that is derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Again derivative of minus e to the power minus x is also plus e to the power minus. So before integrating we find that, but we observe that if we differentiate the denominator, it will give us the, if we differentiate the denominator, it will give the numerator, that is e to the power s plus e to the power minus. So derivative of the denominator is equal to the derivative of the numerator. So in this process we can integrate this function using method of substitution, that is we have to substitute v in place of e to the power x minus e to the power minus, so that the integration can be very easy for us. So let us try to substitute. So let us substitute or put e to the power x minus e to the power minus x as v. So changing we have v is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x. So now we find that v is a function of x. So v is a function of x. So differentiating v with respect to x, it will give us derivative of v with respect to x is equal to, so derivative of e to the power x, it is e to the power x minus, we have derivative of e to the power minus x with respect to x. So here see, so derivative in the derivative of e to the power x, e to the power x is a simple function, but derivative of e to the power minus, so e to the power minus x is a composite function, so it can be differentiated by the process of chain rule. So differentiating e to the minus x, we have e to the power x minus, so derivative of e to the power minus x can be differentiated with respect to, so e to the power minus x can be differentiated with respect to minus x into derivative of minus x with respect to x. So you see the process of chain rule to differentiate the composite function, that is e to the power minus x. So again simplifying we have e to the power x minus, so derivative of e to the power minus x with respect to minus x will give us e to the power minus x. Again derivative of minus x with respect to x is nothing but, so minus 1. So again simplifying it will give us e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. So now by cross multiplication we have, or again simplifying we have dv will give, so we got dv by ds is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. So by cross multiplication we have dv is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x into dv. So in the numerator we have e to the power x plus e to the power minus x into dx. So now after substitution the integrand will be transformed into integration of 1 by v. So in place of e to the power x minus e to the power x minus x, we have v, and e to the power x plus e to the power minus x into ds is dv. So we got integration of 1 by v with respect to v. So now see, by the process of differentiation we transfer the original integrand into the form, that is integration of 1 by v with respect to v, where 1 by v with respect to v is in the form of integration of 1 by x with respect to x, which is ln of x mod plus c. So in this process integration of 1 by v with respect to v will give us ln of mod of v plus c. So now the integration is completed. So now we have to replace v, that is e to the power x minus e to the power minus. So we have ln of, that is v is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus s mod plus c, where c the constant of integration. So in this process of integration we have already completed the integration, hence the integration is over now. Now let us try to solve the third problem of integration, that is we have integration of we have integration of tan s plus tan alpha by tan x minus tan alpha with respect to x. So we have the integral, that is integration of tan x plus tan alpha by tan x minus tan alpha with respect to x. Now see, the given integrand is in rational function, which is where the both the numerator and denominator contains trigonometric function, that is tan x and tan alpha. Now see, the given integrand is not in standard form for integration, so we have to transform into formula form so that the integration will be very easier for us. So now let us try to simplify the given integrand into simpler form, that is, let us try to break. So you know tan x is sin x by cos x plus tan alpha is sin alpha by cos alpha. Again breaking in the denominator we have tan x, that is sin x by cos x minus sin alpha by cos alpha, integration with respect to x. So now we transform tan x and tan alpha into the form of sin by cos x, so we got like this. So now simplifying we have we have the LCM is cos x, so we have the LCM as cos x into cos alpha. So adding we have sin x into cos alpha plus cos x into sin alpha in the numerator. So in the denominator we have the LCM is cos x into cos alpha, and simplifying we have sin x into cos alpha minus cos x into sin alpha whole integration with respect to x. So now the integrand transformed into this form, where in both the case the denominator contains cos x into cos alpha, cos x into cos alpha. So cancelling cos x into cos alpha from both the numerator and denominator. So the integrand transforms into integration of sin x into cos alpha plus cos x into sin alpha by sin x into cos alpha minus cos x into sin alpha, integration with respect to x. So now in the numerator and denominator we got sin a into cos b plus cos a into sin b, where in the denominator we have sin a into cos b minus cos a into sin b. So the numerator is sin of s plus alpha, where the denominator is sin of s minus alpha. So transforming we have integration of sin of x plus alpha by sin of x minus alpha with respect to x. So now after the first transformation we got integration of sin of s plus alpha by sin of s minus alpha with respect to x. Even after transformation the integrand is also integrable. So you need to integrate into, let us try to substitute s minus alpha as v, so that the integrand will be transferred into a simpler form or standard form, so that we can easily integrate it. So now let us substitute or put x minus alpha is equal to v, that is vj x minus alpha, that is vj a function of x. Then differentiating v with respect to x, it will give us 1 minus 0, because derivative of x with respect to x is 1 and derivative of alpha with respect to x is 0. Alpha is a constant, so we got 1. So again simplifying we have dv is equal to dx. So now we substitute s minus alpha and we got dv is equal to dx. Again in the numerator we have s plus alpha, that x will be transferred into the function of v. So again consider x minus alpha is equal to v, implies x is equal to v plus alpha. So now the original function was in the function of x, now transforming into v we have integration of sin alpha, in place of x we have v plus alpha by sin of, in sin of s minus alpha we have to substitute v. So we have sin of v, then in place of ds we have to substitute, that is dv. So now see, the original integrand was is a function of x. After substitution and differentiation, the function transformed into function of v, and it will be integrated with respect to v also. So now simplifying we have integration of sin of v plus alpha, that is 2 alpha by sin v with respect to v. So we got integration of sin of v plus 2 alpha by sin v with respect to v. So now breaking sin of v plus 2 alpha, it is in the form sin of a plus b. So breaking by sin of a plus b, we have sin, so we have sin a into cos b plus cos into sin b. So sin of v plus 2 alpha will be sin v into cos 2 alpha plus cos b into sin of 2 alpha by sin v integration with respect to v. So now see, so in the numerator we got two terms, in denominator it contains only one term. So now dividing sin b in both the functions, we have like this, that is, so we have integration of, so now sin b into cos 2 alpha by sin v will give us integration of cos of 2 alpha plus, so it will give us cos v by sin v into sin of 2 alpha whole integration with respect to v. So again simplifying, we have integration of cos of 2 alpha plus cos v by sin v cot v into sin of 2 alpha whole integration with respect to v. Now see, the integrand contains variable of integration as v, so v will be taken as a constant variable and the others will be as constant. So here cos 2 alpha will be a constant, sin 2 alpha will be only cot v, the variable function which will be integrated. So now taking the constant, that is cos 2 alpha and sin 2 alpha out of the integral, so we can write that is cos of 2 alpha integration with respect to v plus sin of 2 alpha integration of cot v with respect to v. Here cos 2 alpha and sin 2 alpha will be assumed as constant because here the variable of integration is v. So now both the functions are easily integrable. So now integrating, we have cos of 2 alpha into, so integration of dv will give us v plus c1, where c1 is the constant of integration. Again we have sin of 2 alpha, but integration of a cot v with respect to v is ln of sin v mod plus c2, where c2 the constant of integration. Here we know integration of a cot v is ln of sin v mod plus c, that is we have taken here c2. So now here we got two constant of integration, that is c1 and c2. So again simplifying, we have that is cos of 2 alpha into v plus cos of 2 alpha into cos of 2 alpha into c2 into c1 plus sin of 2 alpha into ln of sin v mod plus sin of 2 alpha into c2, where c2 the second constant of integration. So now collecting the constants and the functions separately, we have cos of 2 alpha into v plus sin of 2 alpha into ln of sin v mod plus collecting the constant, that is cos of 2 alpha into c2 plus sin of 2 alpha into c2. So now we collected the function separately, also we collect the constant separately. So finally replacing v as x minus alpha, so we have that is cos of 2 alpha, so in place of v we have x minus alpha. So putting x minus alpha in v, we have cos 2 alpha into x minus alpha plus we have sin of 2 alpha into ln of sin of x minus alpha mod plus cos of 2 alpha into c2 plus sin of 2 alpha into c1 into c2. So again simplifying, we have so x into cos 2 alpha, x into cos of 2 alpha plus sin of 2 alpha into ln of x minus alpha ln of mod of sin of x minus alpha plus cos of 2 alpha into c2 plus sin of 2 alpha into c2. Again the constant, that is here we have minus alpha into cos of 2 alpha. Now we collected all the constants separately. So now finally it will give us x into cos of 2 alpha plus sine of 2 alpha into ln of mod of sine of x minus alpha's mod plus k in place of all the constant, that is k, where the k is the final constants of integration. So in this process we completed the integration. Now in the second problem, let us try to integrate two integrants. That is, in the first we have to integrate integration of a sin 6s plus sin 4x by cos 6s plus cos 4x with respect to s, and the second we have to integrate integration of a sin to the power 6 theta with respect to theta. So let us consider the solution of the first problem. That is, let us consider solution of the first, that is integration of, we have integration of sin 6s plus sin 4x by cos 6s plus cos 4x with respect to x. That here see, the given integrand is also a function of trigonometric functions which is in the form rational function. So it is in the form rational function form where both the numerator and denominator contains trigonometric functions, and this integrand is not integrable. So before integration we have to transfer this function into standard form or formula form. So the numerator contains in the form that is sin c plus sin d, where the denominator contains cos c plus cos d. So if we transfer into sin c plus sin d and the denominator into cos c plus cos d, then the integrand may transfer into a standard form so that the integration may easier for us. So let us try to transform the integrand into standard form so that we will be able to integrate it. So see, here we have sin 6s plus sin 4x. So assume 6s as c and 4x as d. So we have sin c plus sin d. So we know that, but we know that sin c plus sin d is equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Again we know that cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. So now see, in the numerator we have sin 6s plus sin 4x. So in place of 6s we can take c, in place 4x we have to take d. So we have sin c plus sin d. So replacing and transforming we have sin c plus sin d. So we have 2 sin, that is 6x plus 4x by 2 into cos of 6x minus 4x by 2. So in the denominator we have cos c plus cos d, which is 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. So transforming we have 2 cos, that is 6x plus 4x by 2 into cos 6x minus 4x by 2, then integration the whole with respect to x. So now we transform the original integrand into the form. So we have, now simplifying we have, so 2 is cancelled, and simplifying we have integration of, so we have 6x plus 4x, that is 10x by 2, which is sin 5x. Also we have cos of 6x minus 4x, which is cos of 2x by 2, which is only cos x. It will be 6x minus 4x, which is 2x by 2, that is cos x. So in denominator we have cos of 5x. Again simplifying cos of 6x minus 4x by 2, it will give us cos x whole integration with respect to x. So again simplifying, it will give us integration of sin 5x by cos of 5x. So cos is cancelled, so we got integration of sin 5x by cos 5x with respect to x. So again simplifying, it will give us integration of tan 5x with respect to x. So now we got integration of tan 5x with respect to x. So which is in the form of integration of tan of mx with respect to x, which is equal to 1 by m ln of sec mx mod plus c. So in this process we can integrate integration of tan 5x with respect to s. So using that formula, it will give us, so in place of m we can take 5. So we have 1 by 5 into ln of sec of 5x mod plus k, where k is the constant of integration. So here we use the formula, that is integration of tan ms with respect to c is equal to 1 by m ln of sec ms mod plus c. So in this process we became able to integrate, that is integration of tan 5s with respect to which is 1 by m ln of sec 5s mod plus k. Hence in this process we completed the integration of the given integrand. So now let us try to solve integration of tan to the power 6 theta with respect to theta. So consider integration of tan to the power 6 theta with respect to theta. So which is a integration of a higher power of tangent function. So this function is not in also standard form from integration. So let us try to transform this function into simpler form or standard form or formula form, so that we can integrate it. So now see the technique how we can integrate it. So we have tan to the power 6 theta, so breaking into tan to the power 4 theta into tan square theta d theta. So now we break tan to the power 6 theta as tan to the power 4 theta into tan square theta d theta, but we have tan to the power 4 theta into, but we know that sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So in this process we have tan square, we have sec square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. See, we know sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, but sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. So in place of tan square theta we have to replace sec square theta minus 1. We have to replace sec square theta minus 1 whole integration with respect to theta, because we know tan theta and sec square theta are related, because we know derivative of tan theta is equal to sec square theta. So this will help us how to integrate by method substitution, because if we substitute tan theta and you differentiate it, it will give us sec square theta. So in this process it will be very easier for us for integration. So we apply the technique that we consider the identity, that is sec square theta minus tan theta equal to 1, and we got tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1, and we replaced sec square theta minus 1 in place of tan square theta. So we got integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus 1 with respect to theta. So now multiplying, we have integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus tan to the power 4 theta whole integration with respect to theta. So after one time transformation we find that tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus tan to the power 4 theta. Here see that the first integrand is integrable by method substitution, because derivative of tan theta is equal to sec square theta. So the first function is integrable, but the second function, that is tan to the power theta, is not integrable. So again we have to break, keeping aside tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta. Now let us try to break tan to the power 4 theta into the previous process, that is we have integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus, again breaking tan to the power 4 theta as tan square theta into tan square theta whole integration with respect to theta. So again simplifying, we have integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus. So now let us keep constant, that is tan square theta, and let us substitute tan square theta as sec square theta minus 1, so that it will be easier for us for integration. So we kept aside that is tan square theta and breaking tan square theta as sec square theta minus 1. So we got whole integration of the functions with respect to theta. So again simplifying, we have integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus, multiplying, we have tan square theta into sec square theta plus tan square theta. So we got like this. Now let us again observe the integrand. Here the first integrand is integrable, the second integral is integrable, because derivative of tan theta is sec square theta, also derivative of tan theta is sec square theta, but at last we got to tan square theta, which is not again integrable. So in order to integrate tan square theta, we have to break into also in the form that is sec square theta minus 1. So again breaking, we have integration of tan to the power 4 theta into sec square theta minus tan square theta into sec square theta, but tan square theta again, that is sec square theta minus 1 whole integration with respect to theta. So now we got 4 functions, that is first one, second one, third one, and the last is 1. So now in the first 3 functions we have sec square theta. So taking common sec square theta, we have tan to the power 4 theta minus tan square theta plus 1 whole into sec square theta minus 1 whole integration with respect to theta. So now see, let us apply algebra of integral, that is integration of tan to the power 4 theta minus tan square theta plus 1 into sec square theta minus 1 into integration with respect to theta. Now see, here we find that integration of tan to the power 4 theta minus tan square theta plus 1 into sec square theta, this integral will be integrated by process of substitution, and here only integration of 1 d theta is easily integrable. So let us integrate it, and let us assume that the first part is as integral I minus integration of 1 which is theta will give us theta plus c1, where c1 the constant of integration. So this is the relation 1. Here in order to integrate it, we have to integrate separately, because now the function is a function of theta. If you apply method of substitution, then we have to integrate it separately, then it will be joined together. Now integrating separately I, so we have to consider I. So now consider I, that is I is equal to that integral which is integration of tan to the power 4 theta minus tan square theta plus 1 into sec square theta with respect to theta. So now for integration we have to substitute tan theta as v. So substituting tan theta as v, we have put tan theta is equal to v, that is v is equal to tan theta, that is v is a function of theta. So we have differentiated v with respect to theta, which will give us dv by d theta, which is equal to sec square theta. So again simplifying and cross multiplication, we have dv is equal to sec square theta into d theta. Now replacing in the integrand, we have integration of v to the power 4 minus v square plus 1 full integration. So in place of sec square theta d theta, we have dv. Now see, the integrand is easily integrable. So now integrating we have integration of v to the power 4 with respect to v minus integration v square with respect to v plus integration 1 with respect to v. So integrating we have, so it will give us v to the power 5 by 5 minus it will give us v to the power 3 by 3 plus it will give us v plus c2 is the final constant of integration. So again replacing the values of v, that is tan theta, we have 1 by 5 into tan to the power 5 theta minus 1 by 3 into tan to the power 3 theta plus tan theta plus c2 the constant of integration. So now we became able to integrate I. So we got 1 by 5 into tan to the power 5 theta minus 1 by 3 tan to the power 3 theta plus tan theta plus c2. So now replacing I in the relation 1, we can find the final result, that is we have, therefore from 1 we get integration of tan to the power 6 theta d theta is equal to I. So I is equal to 1 by 5 into tan to the power 5 theta minus 1 by 3 into tan to the power 3 theta plus tan theta plus c2, and we have here minus theta minus c1 as constant of integration in relation 1. So finally simplifying, we have the final result like this, that is we have 1 by 5 into tan to the power 5 theta minus 1 by 3 into tan to the power 3 theta plus tan theta minus theta, so and c2 minus c1 will be taken as one constant k, where k is the final constant of integration. So in this process we completed the integration of the integer, that is the integration of tan to the power 6 d theta, which is equal to 1 by 5 tan to the power 5 theta minus 1 by 3 tan q theta plus tan theta minus theta plus k. Hence the integration is completed. Now let us try to solve two integrals like that is integration of 1 by 1 plus tan x with respect to the second one, that is integration of ssq into sin of tan inverse s4 by 1 plus s to the power 8 with respect to s. So let us consider the first problem, that is we have integration of 1 by 1 plus tan x with respect to x. Now see, the integrand is in rational form, which is in the form of 1 by 1 plus tan x, which is not in the formula form for integration. So before integration, so let us apply a special trick how to integrate it. So now let us break tan x as 1 by 1 plus sin x by cos x with respect to x. So we know tan x is sin x by cos x. So now simplifying, we have integration of 1 by, here the LCM will be cos x. So we have cos x into 1, that is cos x plus sin x whole integration with respect to x. So now again simplifying, we have that is we 1 by cos x plus sin x by cos x. So simplifying, we have like this, that is integration of cos x by cos x plus sin x whole integration with respect to x. Now again see, the integrand transformed into cos s by cos s plus sin s, which is not also integrable, so it is not in formula form. So let us try apply a special trick, that is now let us multiply 2 with the cos s. So we have also multiply half with the integrand, that is we have half into integration of 2 into cos x by cos x plus sin x with respect to x. So now here we multiplied half and 2 with the cos x. So we got like this, that is half into integration of 2 cos x by cos x plus sin x with respect to x. Now again breaking 2 cos x as 1 by 2 into, that is cos x plus cos x by cos x plus sin x with respect to x. Again if you observe it, it is not integrable. So again let us apply a special trick, that is let us apply the trick, that is we have cos s plus cos s. So with cos s plus cos x, with the cos s plus cos s, let us add sin x and subtract sin x with the numerator. So we got cos x plus cos x and sin s minus sin s by cos x plus sin x whole integration with respect to x. Now see, we have half into integration of, so let us adjust cos x with the sin x, that is cos x plus sin x. Then we have plus cos x minus sin x by cos x plus sin x whole integration with respect to x. So now see, in the numerator we have two factors. In the denominator contains only one factor, that is cos s plus sin s. So now dividing cos s plus sin s with the numerator, we may have, that is half into integration of cos s plus sin s by cos s plus sin s will give us 1 plus, it will give us cos x minus sin x by cos x plus sin x whole integration with respect to x. Now we got 1 plus cos x minus sin x by cos x plus sin x. So again transform into another form, we have, that is we have half into integration of 1 with respect to s plus half into integration of, that is cos x minus sin x by cos x plus sin x integration with respect to x. Now see, the first one is easily integrable, that is integration with respect to s, which is nothing but s plus c. But here see, derivative of sin s is cos s and derivative of cos is minus sin s. So if you carefully observe the function, that the numerator is derivative of the denominator, so it is in the form of integration of g dash s by gs with respect to s. So adjusting, we have half into integration with respect to s plus, here we have half into integration of cos x plus sin x derivative dash by cos x plus sin x with respect to x. Here see cos x plus, so in place of cos x minus sin x we have cos x plus sin x dash. That means derivative of cos x plus sin x, derivative of cos x is minus sin x, derivative of sin x is cos x. So now the integrand transforms into integration of g dash s by gs, whose derivative of ln of gs mod plus c. So now both the integrands are easily integrable. So integrating we have half into integration ds will give us s plus c1, where c1 the constant of integration. Again integrating the second we have half into ln of gs mod plus c. Here gs is cos plus sin s, so we have ln of cos s plus sin s mod plus the constant c2. So now collecting the constants and the functions, we have half into x plus half into ln of sin x plus cos x mod plus half of c1 plus c2. So finally we have half into x plus half into ln of mod of sin s plus cos x plus k as constant of integration in place of half into c1 plus c2. So in this process the integration is completed now. Now let us try to solve the second one, that is we have the solution, that is we have integration of x cube into sine of tan inverse of s to the power 4 by 1 plus s to the power 8 with respect to x. Here see the integrand is in the form of a rational function which is not in standard form for integration, where the integrand contains trigonometric function, inverse trigonometric function and algebraic function, so which is in complex form. So we have to try to transform into formula form so that it will be easily integrable. So let us carefully observe that if derivative of s to the power 4 is 4 ss cube, where the integrand contains the function that is ss cube, also it contains s to the power 8. So now let us transform the functions like this, that is x cube into sine of tan inverse of s to the power 4 by 1 plus s to the power 8. So in place of s to the power 8 we can break it like this, that is s to the power 4 square, that is s to the power 8 integration with respect to x. Now see, if we substitute s to the power 4 as v and we differentiate it will give us 4 ss cube, where the integrand contains the factor that is ss cube. So now transforming ss cube with ds, we have integration of sine of tan inverse of s to the power 4, tan inverse of s to the power 4 by 1 plus s to the power 4 square into xs cube with respect to x. घर पड़े टिके हाँ ये सोच देखो देखो then we transfer. So now adjusting ss cube थी ds we got integration of sine of tan inverse s to the power 4 into ss cube dx by 1 plus s to the power 4 to square. So now substituting s to the power 4 we have put s to the power 4 as v, that is vj x to the power 4, where v is the function of x. Then differentiating v with respect to x, it will give us dv by ds, which is equal to 4xs cube. So again simplifying we have dv is equal to 4 into ss cube into ds. So again simplifying we have dv by 4 is equal to ss cube into dx. So now see we have ss cube to dx and we substitute s4 as v. So replacing v and ss to ds in the function, we have integration of sine of tan inverse of v by 1 plus v square. In place of s to the power 4 we have substitute s4, then ss to ds will give us, that is dv by 4. So now here the original function of s transforms into function of v, where v the value of integration and 4 is the constant that can be taken out of the integral, that is 1 by 4 integration of sine of tan inverse v by 1 plus v square with respect to v. So now again the even the obtained integrand is not also integrable. So in order to integrate it, again let us substitute tan inverse v as u, because derivative of tan inverse v is 1 by 1 plus v square, where the integrand contains it. So now before substitution and differentiation, let us adjust like this, that is 1 by 4 integration of sine of tan inverse v into dv by 1 plus v square, because we know derivative of tan inverse v is 1 by 1 plus v square. So the integrand contains the factor that is 1 by 1 plus v square. So again it needs another substitution. So substituting, we have, that is substituting tan inverse v as u, that is replacing, we have u is equal to tan inverse v, that is u is a function of a v. So we have to differentiate u with respect to v. So differentiating u with respect to v, we have du by dv, which is equal to 1 by 1 plus v square. Again simplifying, we have du is equal to 1 by 1 plus v square dv, that is dv by 1 plus v square. So now replacing dv by 1 plus v square as du and replacing tan inverse v as u. So the integrand transforms into 1 by 4 into integration of sine of u. So in place of dv by 1 plus v square, we have that is du. So we got 1 by 4 integration of a sine u with respect to u, so which is easily integrable. So integrating we have 1 by 4 minus cos u plus c the constant of integration. So integration of sine u with respect to u is minus cos u plus c. So we have minus 1 by 4 into cos u plus 1 by 4 into c, where c the constant of integration. So now the original function was function of x. After substitution into transfer into v, again after substitution transfers into u. So now u will be replaced back by, so now u is tan inverse v. So we have minus 1 by 4 cos of, in place of u have tan inverse v, we have cos of tan inverse v plus 1 by 4 into c. Again v will be replaced back by s to the power 4. So finally replacing, we have minus 1 by 4 cos of tan inverse of s to the power 4. In place of 1 by 4 in c, we can take the constant k, where k the final constant of integration. So in this process, we completed integration of the integrand, that is integration of s3 sine of tan inverse s4 by 1 plus s to the power 8 with respect to s will give us minus 1 by 4 cos of tan inverse s to the power 4 plus k. Hence in this process, we completed the integration of the integrand. We have to solve an important problem, that is, if integration of a cos to the power 4 ds is equal to ax plus b sin 2s plus c sin 4s plus d, then the set containing elements a b c is equal to we have the four following choices. So we have to integrate and we have to find which one the correct answer. So let us consider the problem how to solve. That is, we have integration of cos to the power 4s with respect to s. Here the integrand contains integrand of a cosine function with a higher power of cosine function. So in order to integrate, we have so cos to the power 4s can be expressed as cos square x square with respect to x. Now cos square is not integrable, so we have to transform into standard form of integration, that is, so let us recall cos of 2x, which is 2 cos square x minus 1. So we know that cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. So we have 2 cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos of 2x. So again simplifying, we have cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos of 2x by 2. So we got cos square x as 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So now replacing, in the integrand we have integration of 1 plus cos of 2x by 2 whole square with respect to x. So in place of cos square x, we replace 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So now see, so now we got 1 plus cos 2x by 2 to the power 2 with respect to s. So again simplifying, we have 1 by 4, that is square of 1 by 2 is 1 by 4, which can be taken out of the integral. So we got 1 plus cos 2x whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab, that is 1 square plus cos square 2x plus 2 into a b, that is 2 into 1 into cos of 2x whole integration with respect to x. So now again simplifying, we have 1 by 4 into integration of 1 plus cos square 2x plus 2 cos 2x. So now we find 3 functions for integration, so out of which 1 is integrable and 2 cos 2 is integrable, but the factor that is, or the integrand cos square 2x is not integrable. So again we have to transform cos square 2x. So let us see how we can transform it. That is 1 by 4 into integration of 1 plus, now see here cos square x is equal to, cos square is equal to 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So in this process, cos square 2x, we have cos square is equal to 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So cos square 2x will be 1 plus cos of 2 into 2x by 2, that is it will give us 1 plus cos of 4x whole by 2. So in place of cos square 2x, we have 1 plus cos 4x by 2. So replacing, we have 1 plus cos of 4x by 2, then we have 2 cos 2x whole integration with respect to x. Now again simplifying, we have 1 by 4 whole into integration of, so adding we have 2 into 1 2 plus 1 plus cos of 4x plus 4 cos 2x by 2 whole integration with respect to x. So simplifying, we have 2 into 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus cos 4x plus 2 into 2, that is 4 plus cos 2x by 2. Now again simplifying, we have 1 by 2 into 1 by 4, that is 1 by 8 into integration of 2 plus 1, that is 3 plus cos of 4x plus 4 cos 2x whole integration with respect to x. So again simplifying and arranging in order of sequence, that is we have 1 by 8 into 3 plus 4 cos 2x, then cos of 4x whole integration with respect to x. Now see, all the integrands are ready for integration. So using algebra of integrals, we have 3 by 8 into integration with respect to s plus 4 by 8 into integration of cos of 2s with respect to x plus 1 by 8 into integration of cos of 4x with respect to x. Now we have 3 by 8 into integration with respect to s, 4 by 8 into integration of cos 2s with respect to s, and finally we have 1 by 8 into cos of 4x with respect to s. So now all the integrands are ready for integration. So let us try to integrate the integrand. So integrating, we have 3 by 8 into, it will give us s plus c1, the constant of integration. Again it will give us 4 by 8, that is half into, so integration of cos 2s will give us 1 by 2 sin of 2x plus c2 at the constant of integration. Again we have 1 by 8 into integration of cos 4x will give us 1 by 4 into sin 4x plus c3 at the constant of integration. So the integration is over now, but collecting all the functions and constants, it will give us 3 by 8 into x plus 3 by 8 c1 plus 1 by 4 into sin of 2x plus 1 by 2 into c2. Again it will give us 1 by 32 into sin of 4x plus 1 by 8 into c2, 1 by 8 into c3. So again collecting all the functions and constants, it will give us 3 by 8 into x plus 1 by 4 into sin of 2x plus 1 by 32 into sin of 4x plus collecting all the constants we have 3 by 8 into C1 plus 1 by 2 into C2, again 1 by 8 into C3. So finally we have 3 by 8 into x plus 1 by 4 into sine of 2x plus 1 by 32 into sine of 4x plus k, as k is the constant of integration. So but we have given that integration of cos to the power 4s with respect to s is equal to as plus b sin 2s plus c sin 4s plus d. So we may equate like this, that is we have ax plus b sin of 2s plus c sin of 4x plus d. So we replaced in place of integration of cos to the power 4s with respect is equal to as plus b sin 2s plus c sin 4s plus d. So now comparing the constants, that is a will be equal to 3 by 2, b will be equal to 1 by 4 and c will be equal to 1 by 32. Therefore the required set will be, therefore the required set will be a b c within set, which is equal to 3 by 8, then 1 by 4 and finally that is 1 by 32. Hence we got the final result of the required set, that is set containing elements ABC, which is equal to 3 by 8, 1 by 4 and 1 by 32. Today we have solved some important problems related to integration by substitution and integration of some important trigonometric functions. So in the next class also we will try to solve the remaining problems which are very important for the forthcoming examination. So let us wait for the next class. Thank you for the next class.